Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Pledge here, and I want to do something today I haven't done in a while, and that is add another review to my under 10-minute review series where I like to give you my personal thoughts and my experience within a game. I like to keep it basic and straightforward, nothing fancy, nothing too deep. And today I'll be reviewing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, if you've played the first one, then you know all too well about the second one, and oh man, it takes everything to the next level. From the story to the visuals to the realism. What a game, guys. Sit back, relax, and let's dive into my thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 in under 10 minutes. So if you've ever seen one of my review videos, then you'll know I always want to start with what I believe to be the most important, and that is performance. In my opinion, a game has to run well in order for me to enjoy it. I ran everything at default settings and 1440p, and it was beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And early game was almost perfect in performance for me. Everything was smooth, graphics looked great, and FPS had to be well above 60 because, I mean, guys, let's be real. If you know, you know, right? I had no reason to monitor my FPS because it's a slower game and everything looked and felt great. Mid-game came and I noticed some graphical errors. I noticed some floating rocks and floating bodies, and then late game arrived and it got worse, guys, with small glitches and even some game crashes. I was never concerned that the game was broke or would continue to have issues because a simple restart always fixed these issues. But I shouldn't have to restart the game because the issues shouldn't be there. They've released patches and updates, but they simply just didn't address these issues. So unfortunately, the crashes, the bugs, and the glitches were all very present. So the performance was lacking in my opinion, but hold tight because it didn't really change the way I feel about this game. Next up, let's talk about the gameplay, the mechanics, and the combat. If you're looking for a simple or more mainstream action RPG, then turn away. This game is not for you. The gameplay remained intact from Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. It is deep, it's still tense, it's still this brutal dance where timing and stamina and direction matter, but it feels better now. It's more fluid, it's more responsive, and it just feels more satisfying when you land that perfect blow. The RPG mechanics are definitely there as well. You level up by doing, whether it's reading, fighting, sneaking, or even drinking, and there's a lot of drinking. Every skill improves through use. You're not just running around taking the old checkbox of the XP. You're actually watching your character Henry become a more capable, skilled version of himself, and it's truly rewarding. The attention to detail and realism is in full force. You got to maintain your weapons, clean your clothes, get proper rest, eat good food because you can't eat something bad, because if you eat spoiled food, you're going to get sick and your character's going to feel it. And then you got to figure out a concoction or a potion to feel better. But at the same time, all that never feels tedious, or at least it didn't with me. You have to actually plan. If you're going out on a long journey, you better stock up. If you want to sneak into an enemy's camp, you better think about your gear, and you better think about the time of day. You can't be going into an enemy camp in the broad daylight with some big loud armor on, or you're going to get busted. It makes every action feel like it has a purpose. You have to really, really plan out your strategy and your attacks. Now, with that said, to some players, it's going to feel tedious. Some players that don't know what they're getting into are going to hate this mechanic. And I had mentioned that in my early thoughts video of this game. So be aware, this game possibly is not for you. Just take that into consideration before you buy this game and want to play it. Now, next up, I want to talk about the world and the immersion, which is the absolute best thing about this game, in my opinion. It deserves a standing ovation. Oh my goodness. Bohemia is alive. The towns and the villages feel lived in. They are full of routine, and there's believable NPCs everywhere. Like, dude, these regions are breathtaking. There's this sense of just realism, man, with beautiful beautiful visuals. I caught myself staring off in the distance several times in awe of the beautiful scenery. Whether it was a sunrise over the hills or a thunderstorm rolling in, it was so cool. Another thing that makes it more immersive is the quests. They just come naturally. Like, you might overhear some gossip or someone talking about a certain situation, or you might see some suspicious activity that just triggers a quest. It's so cool, man. And again, I can't say enough about the immersion, man. It's next level. It is by far the best thing about this game. You'll hear me say several times in my playthrough how immersed I feel while playing the game, and that's a feeling that I want while playing a game. Several of my subscribers or people watching my Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 playthrough that had played the game as well also brought that up in conversation, was how immersed they feel while playing the game as well. I've talked about the visuals, now let's talk about the sound. The sound effects in the game are really nice. Even the music is good. The medieval music that plays from town to town is really nice, and even the menu music, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not the best, but it's fine. The only thing that is the downside of the visuals and the sound is, like, you might hear, or there's no might. You will hear the same voice two characters, and you might see the same face on two characters as well. But it's not enough for me to give a negative towards anything, because the visuals and the sound and the music, they're all nicely done. Let's get into what I enjoy probably the most in games, and that's the story. The story in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is just outstanding, man, in my opinion. I can't say enough about the story. After all, that's basically why I play video games, is for the story. But the stakes are higher this time than the first one. You're not just a blacksmith son trying to survive. You're a key figure, man, in a major conflict with real leadership responsibilities, military decisions, and there's consequences of every decision as well. The writing is stellar. The voice acting, with the exception of maybe having the same voice over two characters, is really nice as well. Now, heads up, there's a lot of dialogue. But this dialogue is telling its story, and sometimes it slows the game down in order to tell it in a more emotional and impactful way. But the game's not afraid to let those moments breathe, man, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the story. So I'm going to leave it right there, because I'm afraid if I talk any more about the story, I might let something slip up, and I want to stay away from spoiler territory. So guys, just take my word for it. The story is really good. So here's my final thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. After completing the main story and 107 hours in, yet so much more to do within the game, I can honestly say it's one of the best RPG experiences I've had in 2025. It may end up in my top 5 of all time when it's all said and done, and that's saying a lot. It's not quite there yet. It's definitely in my top 10 of all time, for sure. But I just loved it, man. I absolutely loved it. I can only think of one small quest in the game that I didn't like, and that's all. The game's not flashy. It's not fast-paced. But it also respects the player, and it trusts you to think and plan and to care. Definitely doesn't hold your hand, but it's also more forgiving than what people think. I completed the main story rather easy. I only had a couple of challenging fights, so yes, it is definitely more forgiving than the first game, for real. They have also implanted a hardcore mode for those players who really want the challenge. So point being, don't let the realism and the survival mechanics push you away from this amazing game. This game is for people who want to live in a historical world, not just hack and slash through a game. It can be slow, and some may consider it to be too slow. And at times it may be too boring to some people with all the dialogue, but not me, man. Not me, because I'm so into story-driven games, and if you are too, and if you're down with immersion that you can lose yourself in for hours, I highly recommend this game. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 in under 10 minutes. Again, my thoughts, my opinions, and they may differ from yours, and that's completely fine. But for me, this is how I feel about the game. Comment below on your thoughts about this game. Did you play this game? Did you play the first game? Are you enjoying it? Did you enjoy it? Let's talk medieval chaos, man, and the trials of Henry. There will be more coming out on the channel, so stay tuned as we get back into this amazing game to handle some side quests and to tidy up the rest of this amazing journey. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you around.